So we are three of us, just to give some confidence to each other. Yeah, this is Mr. Emmanuel, our Chief Financial Officer, and Rohan Unnikrishnan, my son and my colleague in the company. I have now at home two colleagues, very tough to leave. We have to behave both at office and at home. And I am kind of the history, he is the current affairs, and this is the future. So we will, thank you. Yeah, so we will talk a little bit about how we started and what we do. You have to completely leave your bag at the check-in counter, and the next point you get to touch is your destination airport. So that you don't, after the screening machine, you remember the old system. Nobody checks whether you are going to the check-in counter or going to a coffee shop and inserting something inside the bag. So we had to introduce whole baggage handling system after the Kanishka report. So I was part of the team to sell this. 2-3 years, nobody wanted to buy this. I was the white elephant in the company trying to sell this system. But in 2005, a major explosion happened in the industry that government allowed private participation. So there have been a few public-private partnership initiatives like Bangalore, like Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad. Then they privatized Mumbai and Delhi. So these systems were in demand. And then these customers asked me to bring ICAO-compliant fire engines. So far, we did not have those kind of fire trucks in India. And most of these airports had to be certified by ICAO. Earlier, it was kind of an arrangement. Civil Aviation Ministry has the operator and the regulator, both same department. So they kind of adjusted. Now, if you want an ICAO certification, you need to bring all these standard products. So that is how we started this operation back in 2006. So we are in mobile firefighting trucks, runway rubber removal machines, sweeping machines, runway friction testing machines, disabled aircraft recovery kit, baggage handling system, side loaders. Side loader is not part of the airport. Fire blankets and line laser marking machine, grass cutting and collect machines. Most of these are used on the air side of airports. So in case of an air crash incident, ICAO says you need to be at the accident site in 2 minutes. So you need to accelerate very fast. These trucks carry about, let's say, 50 tons payload, about 15,000 liters of extinguishing agent, including water. And you need to accelerate from 0 to 80 in about 25-26 seconds. They are designed to run that fast because the diesel quality in India is not that great, so you need to power yourself more. And this will pump water. Let's say if there's an A380 and you can only reach the nose and the fire is on the tail, then you must be able to pump water all the way to the tail. So they pump water to about 110 meters at about 8,000 liters per minute. Because they say, if you can do something in 2 minutes, do it. Otherwise, run as fast as possible away from the aircraft. Yeah. So this is one of the products. Then we also help airports remove rubber deposits of runways. Every time a plane lands, they say that a tire will deposit 1.5 pounds of rubber on the touchdown zone. You see that black smoke that rubs on the touchdown zone and deposits rubber. So it's like wax on a sandpaper. So if you don't clean it, in case of drizzling or in rain, in foggy conditions, the aircraft will skid. So we help airports remove the rubber deposits so that there is much better braking efficiency for aircrafts. Then we help airports remove sharp objects from runways. So that can potentially deflate an aircraft tire. And we help them to clean dust off runways. You will see pictures ahead of my presentation, but I'm just explaining what we do. So you need to remove dust. Otherwise, jet engines will suck dust into the engines. And then we also help airports clean oil deposits, grease deposits from the apron. You see, aircrafts don't have a reverse gear, so you need to push them back. So when you initially push it, the wheel should not slip. So we keep the apron, try to keep the apron very clean. And then we have friction testers. Now there is a new regulation came in about 18 months ago that the pilot asks for friction value. The air traffic control has to tell him what is the friction value. Then he can decide to land or not. So there are new regulations coming up in aviation field. Then we help airports remove disabled aircrafts. See, by some accident or whatever way you abort a takeoff or you have a landing accident or something like that, then you need to get the aircraft removed off the operational area to resume operations. We also help the other one, the side loaders that came in between, is to carry long pipes or metal tubes in industries. Since one of our associates had a neighbor company, they asked us to sell this and we started selling that. So this is more or less main products that we sell. So 65-70% we do mobile firefighting, and I forgot one thing. We also sell high-rise building rescue machine. So if you have a fire on a 15th floor or 16th floor, lifts stop, staircases can be on fire or smoke, then you need to get people out from the higher floors if they are stuck. And this building is safe because we have a machine in Baikla. That's a 64-meter high machine. They have 3 machines from us. So we have supplied machines to Thane, Meera Bhayandar, Mumbai Fire Brigade, all these places. These are high-rise building rescue machines. Then we also have sold machines for refineries and petrochemical establishments. So we have a rate contract with Reliance. Today, if they want to have a fire truck anywhere in Patalganga, Nagathane, Surat, Jamnagar, wherever, they have an SAP code that they can buy machines from our associate from Austria. They are all completely manufactured in Austria until 2 years ago. So this is our product range, what we do. Runway sweeping machines, runway rubber removal machines, it's coming up. Other equipment like side loaders, all those things about, that's a 4th point. And then how we operate. So we are on commission basis. That's actually the cream. Commission is very nice to have. Actually, when you want to buy, when an airport wants to buy an equipment, import it, then we help them to import it from Austria, Germany, Switzerland, United States, wherever it is manufactured. And then direct sales. So if you are saying, no, I don't want to spend foreign exchange, I want to buy it in Indian rupee, then we trade it for them. We also trade spare parts. And fortunately or unfortunately, most of the spare parts of this equipment are not available in general market. So whatever time of the month, whether you have money or not, you should buy and give it to them, the parts, because they are very critical safety equipment. So number 3 is spare parts. And then the last one is AMC. Most of them, actually we sell, some of the machines we sell praying they will never have to use it. But then they say, okay, now you have to maintain it. The runway rubber removal machine actually uses 2,500 bar pressure water. Nobody wants to go near to that. Yeah, so we maintain, we look after and maintain them. Am I in time, Palak? Is it okay? 10 more minutes? Okay, I'll stop. My colleagues say I talk too much, so I have to check with the time. Yeah, so this is the crashware tender on the left-hand side. The rapid intervention vehicle we built in India. So we bought core components from our associates, bought an Isuzu truck, assembled it there. Yeah. The other machine, it was a pleasant surprise. We remanufactured a 8x8 machine that is supposed to be the largest fire engine in an airport. So we rebuilt it in 5 months and sold it to Goa airport. That was like a free tuition class for us to manufacture. And then the white one, that we built 6 numbers, 4 for Airports Authority of India, and 1 for, what is the airport? Noida International Airport, 1 for Cochin. And 1 we rebuilt for Delhi. That is runway rubber removal. The yellow one is actually for Noida, the new airport. That is a high-rise building rescue machine. We also represent a company from Norway called Bridge Hill. See, now so many electrical vehicles are coming. In case of a fire, before you get extinguisher or something, you can put a blanket over it so that you cut off oxygen. Now that they are more common now, electrical vehicle fires. So many companies are buying this. The CityCat V20, we have 2 numbers in Bangalore. We just got an order from Adani Guwahati Airport. This is a small size sweeping machine used for mezzanine floors, car parks, confined areas and all that. This is also available in electrical. Ganga HAL Airport, the special one is the front module is to rescue a pilot from a fighter jet. So you can't step onto a fighter jet because it's very lightweight. So you go there, you lift up the platform, open the hood and get the pilot out. So this is for Hindustan Aeronautics Limited because they use a lot of sorties and practices over in Bangalore in their airport. Yeah, our customers, airports and automotive companies and housekeeping companies. Yeah. So we are in Indian airport infrastructure. Then higher revenues, what we are looking at is to optimize. For example, if we are buying parts from the assembler, we are now trying to buy directly from the chassis supplier. So we optimize the price. Can you explain this high entry barriers? Because actually it's a closed circuit family for airports. So it's not that easy to have all the certifications and then enter into a product supply into aviation. Yeah, we are qualified also because we have a long service experience. Most of the tenders will require 5 to 7 years service experience. So that is an added advantage to us because we are there about 10-15 years now. Thanks. Yeah, so these are our main associates. About 60-70% of which we are trying to assemble it in India with their technology, with their guidance, their core components. Rosenbauer, one of the world's largest exporters of fire engines. Booker Municipal, street cleaning, runway sweeping, they are based out of Switzerland. Wintergrün, the runway rubber removal manufacturer from Germany. Bridge Hill is the blanket manufacturer for EV vehicles. Bonino is a grass cut and collect machine from Italy. And Lion Protects is that you hire a young firefighter, you don't want to put them in the real fire. So there are digital rooms where you can help them to learn about firefighting. And Greco India, you see those lines on airports, yellow, white, all these. These machines do those lining. So the first machines are in Navi Mumbai airport. So the young handsome man on the top left-hand corner is myself. After the delivery of machines, I look better, that's what my wife says. And Beena Unnikrishnan, my co-founder, my bride for 27 years, we started together this operation. And Mr. Emmanuel, we know each other for 10 years now. He has been my auditor, and then later he joined my company. Mr. Mokadas, been colleagues 35 years ago. He came on board as the Chief Technology Officer. Yeah. So we did the recently started Make in India. We did about 73.15 crores. This is our order book. Actually, we will do this year. Maybe my colleague is better positioned to explain that.
So this is a summary of the order book. We just wanted to bifurcate because we have been sales support, after sales support as well as service provider company, but we transition ourselves into the manufacturing and assembly company. That was in 2024. But post that, though we got the orders, but we could able to deliver only to the extent of 6.46 crores. But wherein this H1 FY26, we could able to do it, more, which is about 17 crores. That's the reason that we just wanted to bifurcate the order book. The MIA means it's a make in India. Whatever we do assembly at our plant, which means we import most of the primary core components and then we do the value addition. We do the assembly at our plant. That is about 73.15 crores, which is as on the date we declared the results. And then the traded equipment, there are multiple type of equipment. There are machines as well. That is about 15.61 crores. And the third one is the operational maintenance. This is the first time we are going to operate and maintain one airport entire vehicles as well as the equipment. This order value what we received is for about for 5 years. We're going to bill it on a monthly basis, and the other one is a commission. So this commission is primarily which we are going to get it from our OEMs, where they are going to sell the trucks directly to the customers in India. We actually in the phase where we invested our capex, and now we are into the phase where we are utilizing it. Now our factory is completely occupied with the order book. Basically for runway there is a primary requirement. I mean, most of the people knows that there is how the statutory complaints or the regulations are there for the aviation sector. Also they have to follow the DGC as well as the ICAO regulations. Per runway there should be at least 3 firefighting vehicles and 1 should be for the maintenance. So it is overall 4 vehicles are required for per runway. As these numbers made public for about 10 days back, I again don't want to take you through in detail. I just want to highlight the things. In the H1, we are able to achieve 82% of the total revenue of the previous year, which is about 41.38 crores. But wherein in FY25 for full year we did about 50.23 crores. In the same line, the revenues has grown, the margins are maintained, and then the PAT in amount it is also has grown. If you see the major factors which is contributed, growing the revenue is one segment is that the manufacturing and assembly. We booked about 17 crores, 17.59 crores in the H1 itself, and the contributors for the profit is that we build the commissions for about 13 vehicles which is supplied by the Rosenbauer. Cash flows, if you compare the corresponding previous off year, it was in the outflow. The cash flows from the operations were negative, and now if you see in the H1 FY26, it is about 5 crores change. We are positive. So these are all the some of the highlights of the financial performance for the H1.